When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back to pass, it's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's Smith. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Fleming. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Snagged out of the air. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Tight end now in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Keep it on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to throw, it's Washington. Got it behind the line, it's Fleming. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field. Anticipate.
Headed to the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. Don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out. It's Craver. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll run the option. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on, is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team of the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, and it's hard to get your players' attention because you start thinking you're good. We've got to get better every week, every practice, and sometimes that #1 ranking makes you not work as hard, gets you a little bit complacent. So that's the job of this coaching staff moving forward.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Keeps it on the draw. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Oh, they're after him. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. They have an elite track program here at Texas A&M and some speed on the outside in football, too.
Yeah, and they got elite high school football, too, Reese. I mean, you find these guys, they're everywhere in Texas, and when you can get them to come to the Aggies and you can build an offense with playmakers on the outside with this speed, I want to be the offensive coordinator.
And the Aggies trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. They'll try to run it in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, the offense just trying to be physical down here at the 1-yard line, trying to run the football into the end zone, but they just got beat up front. Now setting up 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And is slips just inside that right upright. And we're even here in the 1st.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Washington. That's reeled in, it's Smith. Breaks into the open. They stripped it out. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. It's sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression, and they're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. Third and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks up the first down, still moving. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll give it to him again. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Finds the tight end. Turns it on in midfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Bussey. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up 3rd down.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking for a man, it's Reed. Grabbed over the middle, it's Moss. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Texas A&M looking to convert on 4th here. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making checks. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Terrapins want to pick up the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Washington. Finds his man, it's Smith. Turning it on! He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Rush is on him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Right on target this time. Still running at the 40. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Dropping back, it's Washington. Unloads to the right. Makes the catch. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
He'll keep it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
And as they come to the line here, they're passing on a surefire field goal attempt. They'd better pay it off with 6. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Going for 6. Touchdown, Terrapins! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Coming out with it, it's Craver. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Rides to back on the option to give. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wants to fire on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. The quick out. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
The inside handoff. Steamrolls his way ahead. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Swings it out to his running back. Fights off a defender. At the 40, there he goes. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And they did tack on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's got an open man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. They go to the ground. Nice move to keep running. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. Quarterback making adjustments. Scanning the field, it's Washington. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And the Terrapins come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Pulls it in. It's McLaurin. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll move the tight end. Power football with the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to...
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
Well, the QB was trying to throw it to his running back behind the line of scrimmage. He never saw the defender. That was as easy a pick 6 as that guy is ever going to score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score. Texas A&M 17, Maryland 10.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Might be changing the route. To throw, it's Washington. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35.
And that has got to be so demoralizing for this defense. They played so well on 1st and 2nd down and then have a total breakdown on 3rd. They're going to have to do so much better the next time they're put in that situation.
This will likely be the last play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Terrapins will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Craver. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down. Out
to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. How about the wheels on this A&M quarterback channeling his inner John Football?
Man, John Football was as exciting as it gets, and college football took notice. The Aggies were talked about in the news all the time. They need that guy at that spot to return if they want to be a national championship contender again.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rides to the back. Nice move there. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Notre Dame escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Irish fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the back. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Takes it the other way.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. And they've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands. And you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
Maryland, 10.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. The short hands, it's Manning. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
To the air, it's Washington. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And this is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Wants to throw again. Makes the catch. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. And the Terrapins headed quickly to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He'll try to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense, it breaks into the open. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains. And when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
A&M comes back out with another first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. To the air, it's Washington. Grab near the marker, it's Smith. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to go up top on first down. He wants to take the top off. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is, because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Sends it back in motion. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll give it to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
So the final period starts with a second down play. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Reed. Flips it out in the flat. Turning it on! Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The toss to the outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And the Aggies are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Okay, 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Steps away. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it along the sideline. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Terrapins come to the line in the hurry up.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Going up top again. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The offense changing the play. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's complete to the left. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the ground with the back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Going to run it. It's Owens. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Back to throw, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, his coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And the Aggies need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. They'll move the tight end. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Catch in the middle. It's Bussey. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Pressure coming. Got rid of it just in time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
This time on target. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they are getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
And the quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew